And T1138 here, and this is a rare solo edition of Top 3 Tuesday. Been a while since I've done one like this, but I was expecting a number of videos to come in this week, or last week, or the week before, and they didn't, so I don't have anything to insert in here, and I figured I would rather do one myself than not do one at all. So, here we go. The folks that did video responses last week were Gamer Emporium, the Atari 7800 Junkie, Sega and More, Grub Gun, OK Chief 420, Weekend Gamer Guy, Mr. Dude 206, King Greasy 51, Doom Waves, Tribes of CA, Dahmer Cool Stuff. I believe that says Well Tall 1028. I'm guessing you're tall. Filled with Malice did his first Top 3 Tuesday response, and one, I believe only his fourth video. You should go check him out. I think he does a pretty good job on his videos. He's got a couple of gameplay videos and then this here. He's a very entertaining guy. Electric Adventures, Every Snake's Dream 22, and Game Storm. So thank you very much to those of you that did do video responses. I appreciate it, Mike Gardner appreciates it, and I'm sure Master of Tuba 3 also appreciates it. Now, this week, I didn't have anything ready because I was, like I said, expecting other people to come in, but while I was at the flea market today, I picked up a great big bag of useless crap, and it got me to thinking. I didn't really have much luck when I went through the first time. We walked the whole thing. We didn't find anything but resellers. Then we decided, you know what, we're going to walk through again, and we walked through in the reverse direction and went into a couple of booths that we had been in earlier, and turns out they brought more stuff out. So I ended up finding stuff, and I got really good deals on it. Nothing spectacular, but pretty good. And that got me thinking, you know, I've had some really good finds in the past. I've been actually surprisingly lucky. So what I was hoping to ask, and I know it's been asked a number of times on YouTube, but what hasn't by now, it hasn't been on Top 3 Tuesday anyway, what are some of your best finds out in the wild? And I don't mean finding like a box of stuff for, you know, $60 that's worth $200. I mean individual finds, things that are priced individually, and you found something that was really good. And I have been really lucky. I've never found anything worth, you know, $300 or $400, but I've found some pretty valuable things. So that's what I'm going to ask. And I'm going to start out with Chrono Trigger for the Super Nintendo. Now, this one, I actually have video. I don't have video of the second one, but I have video of this one, and I have video of number one. And yeah, this was found, I think it was on my first video game video anyway, on YouTube. It was a response to one of Captain 8-Bit's videos where he asked for people to send in clips of them finding things out in the wild. And this, I don't think I actually found this one on video. I think this was on the second trip, but essentially I went to a Goodwill on a Friday afternoon, and I found a bunch of Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and Atari 2600 games. And I was there on Friday. I watched Captain 8-Bit's video that night, and then I went back again on Saturday and shot video. And the video is actually of the stuff I found the next day, but then I pan over everything I found. So Chrono Trigger, whether it was, you know, $1.50 or $3, very good deal, I thought. And I found a number of other valuable RPGs and other valuable games when I was there. So good stuff. Number two for me, another Goodwill find, it is Tomba for the PlayStation. And it is in really, really good shape. Both the disc and the case, and I guess the manual will be third, so I can't say both, all three, whatever. This is another Goodwill find. This, actually a friend of mine had gone through the same Goodwill a couple of hours before, said there was absolutely nothing there. And this was not with any of the video games. It wasn't with the CDs. It was actually sitting in one of their junk sections on a shelf, just sort of laying flat like this. I looked down, and I didn't know the value of Tomba at the time, but I recognized it as a very colorful platformer that I'd never heard of before for the PlayStation, and I know that they don't have too many, so I grabbed it on the off chance that it was worth something, brought it home, and sure enough, worth a whole bunch of money. So, Tomba for the PS1 is 2, and I would imagine that most of you know what number 1 is, and you probably know because I found it twice in the last, 8 months? Earthbound for the Super Nintendo. The first one I found, I actually got on video. I found it back, I believe it was just before or just after Christmas, I can't remember, and I found it with a Super Nintendo, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Donkey Kong Country, and this, and I got it all for 20 bucks. So, I mean, I suppose if you divided it up by game and system, it'd be really cheap, but I mean, even if I paid 20 bucks for this, that's a good deal. The second time I found this was at a Goodwill in North Canton, Ohio, and I got that on video kind of. I mean, my instincts kicked in before I had a chance to, film it sitting there, but I saw it sitting on a cart, and I didn't expect to see anything sitting there. They just pushed this cart out. It was sitting right on top like this. I immediately snapped it up and started to walk away, and then I filmed video in the thing of it. So kind of on video, you just don't get to see it sitting there because I grabbed it too quickly. So yeah, I've actually found Earthbound twice. So even though this is the most valuable individual find that I've found, and I got it for the least amount of money, it really would be number one anyway, just because I found the stupid thing twice. So there you go. Top 3 most valuable individual finds that you, or the top 3 most, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Really good deals you found. The top 3 deals that you found in the wild. You know what? Doesn't even have to be in the wild. If you found something on eBay and you happen to snipe it at the last second and get, I don't know, some rare game for a couple of bucks, put that on here. So those are my top 3. What are yours? And before we go, I also want to ask anybody that wants to be featured on Top 3 Tuesday. I'm going to tell you how to do that. I'm going to make it very simple since I've had a hard time getting people to send me their videos. If you want to be featured on Top 3 Tuesday, all I need you to do is make a video asking a question. I need you to upload it to YouTube as an unlisted video, not private, unlisted, and send me the link. I won't make any promises as to whether or not they'll get posted, or if they do, when they'll get posted, because you have to remember, tons of videos coming in, only one me, and only one video a week. So, you know what? You might send it to me 3 days from now, and then it doesn't get posted for a year. That could happen. Could be 2 years. Who even knows? But that's what you need to do. Now, ask a question, first of all, that has not yet been asked, and then you need to shoot the question so that people can see you. So good lighting, clear picture, and good, clear audio. Because if people can't see you or if people can't understand what you're saying, chances are they're not even going to bother coming to your channel. So don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. All right. That's it. Anybody has any questions, go back and rewatch the video because I already explained it all. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next week.